it is this exodus, just this wave of people who are leaving and have left the church. And it really happened during COVID, and then a certain concomitants came together. That has really happened. I mean, of just talking to you right now, I'm sure I can come up with 20 names easily of people who are never going back to church. And at the root of that problem, the major cause of that problem is, with all due respect, it is the inconsistencies of church leadership. I'm not talking about leaders of a few hundred members or even a few thousand members. I'm talking of the most recognized church leadership brands in the world. Leaders of tens of thousands of people, biggest congregations in the world, are giving prophecies. They are saying, God said, God told me on this day, at this season, this will happen. Mark my word. It is the God that I serve. And then the day comes, the season comes, and nothing happens. Not once, not twice, sometimes 3-4 times. God said, and this all over the place, nothing happens. And so people
sorry, I'm not saying the boy is a Christian, but he's asking pertinent questions.
Oh, yes, he is.
They are now disenfranchised, they are disillusioned.
The young man is asking a relevant question. And maybe, sir, maybe we can listen to the answer that Mr. Adeyemi gave him.
You listen now.
Okay. It's enchanted. Which kind of God? Who is lying now? Is it you that is lying, or this God? And if that is the case, but we've been listening to you for years, so have you been lying all the time? So I guess the question is, what's happening, Rev?
It's a leadership thing, like you said. It's a leadership thing. And see, when we address the leadership issue, there's a subtle dimension to it that people don't pay attention to or take for granted. Leadership culture. The dangerous thing about culture is that it influences your decisions without you even knowing, because it operates at the subconscious level. I say that a tree, when you look at a tree, what is in the soil around the tree is what is inside the tree. It is difficult to divorce yourself from the environment. So, practically in every sector.
Stop, sir. Can you stop it?
Whatever the culture in the society influences religion.
Yes, sir.
Because it operates at the subconscious level.
No,
I said that when you look at a tree, what is in the soil around the tree is what is. We address the leadership issue. There's a subtle
Actually, sir, I'm catching something from the clip that Mr. Adeyemi was saying that trying to answer the young man's question that people were giving prophecies that were falling flat. Prophecies that were not coming true.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and I can hear Mr. Adeyemi saying that it was a leadership problem.
Yes.
That the problem was leadership.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Okay. The problem was leadership.
It was. I think it's trying to explain how custom, how our custom works. That's what he's trying to say. But let's listen to him.
No. I want to get something, and I want to put something in context. That people giving prophecies, sir. Are you with me, sir? People giving prophecies which are coming out to say God had decided to do so and so in the future, or maybe tomorrow, while in actual fact, God never told them so.
Did it?
Yes. that was a leadership problem or a culture problem. If I heard him well, I think that's what he's trying to say.
He's trying to say is leadership and cultural problem. I think what he's trying to say, sir.
Yes, sir.
What he's trying to say is that let's hear him.
Okay. No,
we can always come back. I can send the thing to you. We can always come back.
Because you know, sir, it's being recorded, sir. It's being recorded.
Okay.
If we find the discussion profitable enough for people to hear, we can use the Bible to check what Mr. Adeyemi is talking about.
Yeah.
I'm a management person, sir. I did management.
Okay.
Yes, I did management. And when people are talking management, they are talking about leadership, they are talking about delegation, supervision, all those kind of things. Those are academic. Those are academic issues, sir. And if we are talking about the Bible, I'm just trying to hear something that some people have been coming out with pronouncements of what God told them was going to happen in future, and those things were not happening. According to, I'm trying to paraphrase the questioner's question, and our pastor was saying that it was because of leadership disequilibrium.
Mm-hmm.
The leadership has to something to do with followership, sir.
Okay. Yes.
If you start talking about leadership, then you have to, at the back of your mind.
Yeah, there's a followers. There's some people following him.
At the back of your mind are the people you are leading. So maybe we can say that Mr. Adeyemi was saying, by couching this as leadership problem, he might as well say that it was a followership problem too.
Oh, that's where it's going from cultural thing.
Oh, it was a cultural thing.
Yes,
maybe
that's why
it's going. Okay, I see.
The dangerous thing about culture is that it influences your decisions without you even knowing, because it operates at.
Can you stop it, sir? The dangerous thing about culture, we are talking of somebody. we are talking about somebody putting words in God's mouth. That God said something that God never said. and you are talking that it is a culture thing. It's a culture thing. So false prophets, sir, because apparently the issue that the young man is raising is the issue of false prophets in the church.
Yes,
that people are leaving the church because ordinary people began to realize that what the leaders were saying, the prophecies,
they were not representing God.
Yes, that is it that they were not representing God, or that God was lying.
Well, if they know that it was God that was lying, they will stay with their leaders. But they now know that the leaders are lying, and that's why they are running away from the leaders.
Was it God that was lying or the prophets?
The prophets are.
Okay, Mr. Adeyemi said that it was a leadership thing or maybe even a cultural thing.
I know that you hear words, and when you hear words, you want to be sure of what you have heard.
Yes.
What he's saying is that the false prophets, because what the man was asking is, you have You have false prophecy for leaders, which is coming from the leaders of churches, mega churches. And that is driving people away from the church. And
at times I could have said that 𝐻𝐸𝐞𝐲𝐞𝐦𝐢 would have said it was a bathroom problem.
Okay.
Yes, no.
Maybe market.
No, it was a bath. If you don't take your bath on time, or you are having infrequent bowel movement.
The bathroom is abused.
So the next thing you do is that you come out and you now say that God said something that God never said. You can continue, sir.
Just as we have been talking the other time, sir.
Yes, sir.
These people, just like 𝐿𝐻𝐸𝐢 said in the other one when he was talking, that people have started calling him, why is this thing not coming? And rightly, straight away, blame God. He blame God. Let's
so
go.
Mr. Adeyemi is blaming the culture.
And yes, culture now. Let's go, sir.
Yes, okay.
I say that a tree, when you look at a tree, what is in the soil around the tree is what is inside the tree. It's difficult to divorce yourself from the environment. So, practically in every sector.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I hear it.
What is difficult to divorce yourself from the environment? The question that the young man asked was about prophecy.
Yeah.
About people stepping forward to say that God told them so and so. Mr. Adeyemi is confusing the poor boy.
Yeah.
That the tree consists of whatever is around the tree. People should realize that prophecy in the Christian religion are ideas and things that originate from God. They do not originate from around the tree. It is only fake prophets and fake teachers that teach that prophecies come from the surrounding bush.
Okay, let's go,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, sir.
And then around the world. Whatever the culture in the society influences religion. Religion has the power to influence culture, to shape it. But if you're not careful, culture also has the power to shape religion.
The question, sir.
Did you hear that?
I did. The question, sir, I must continue to go back to the question. The question is, how come the prophecies from your colleagues
are not coming through?
And Mr. Adeyemi, being clever by half, is talking sociology about the culture influencing religion influencing culture. He's not answering the question. He's not answering the question of how come your colleagues and your friends, they issue out words in the name of their so-called God, and the words don't come to pass.
He's actually creating a question for himself to answer instead of answering the young man.
Yeah. I understand, sir.
Give you an example. So in Africa, like I said, we have the monarchical structure of government. It's like in the DNA of the average African. If you are not self-aware and purge yourself of it, that's the same structure you will produce. You produce in your family, you produce in your business. When you get into government, it's the same thing you will maintain. So it's in our churches.
It's in what?
Just the way it is, right? The people
it's in our. Please, can you go back a little to that? It's in our what? Is it in our DNA?
Same thing you will maintain. So it also has the power to shape religion. Let me give you an example. So in Africa, like I said, we have the monarchical structure of government. It's like in the DNA of the average African. If you are not self-aware and purge yourself of it, that's the same structure you will produce. You produce in your family, you produce in your business.
Sorry, sir. Let me explain a few things to you. The question was, how come prophecies from your friends, your colleagues, your senior ones, how come they do not come to pass?
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Adeyemi is explaining power structure of
sociology.
Yes, he's explaining that monarchical structure is innate to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
The people who prophesied that Donald Trump was going to win the 2020 election in the US, they were not Africans.
No.
They were generally Caucasians. They were white. You see, there's a word, obfuscate.
Yeah.
Yes. For the sake of some of our people, I wish I can get a good synonym of that word. It's not a common word, obfuscate. What it actually means is to actually put veil on your face so that you will not actually see. What Mr. Adeyemi, yes, what Mr. Adeyemi is doing is that he's putting veil on the face of the young man. I hope the young man is not deceived. The young man was asking a very important question. How come the prophecies don't come true? And you are now explaining, you are now telling him government, monarchy, democracy, dictatorship, leadership, custom.
It's a leadership person, so you expect that kind of thing.
So the young man was actually the one that was wrong, that was in error. He should have asked him about management theory.
Yeah, he could have asked him, how can Tinubu do this or that? Then he will get the answer. Okay. Let's go on, sir.
Please go ahead.
Government is the same thing you will maintain. So it's in our churches. It's just the way it is, right? The people want to worship their leaders. So if you don't go with that culture, you may not have a large following.
The chicken has come home to roost. You may not have a large follow.
Yeah. If you don't go with that culture. Yeah, he said that the people want to worship their leaders. Yeah. And apparently now the leaders now make themselves available for worship.
Yeah. That's
you know that does not explain the reason why they are prophecies.
No. Let's see whether the young man gets what he's saying.
It's very, very likely by the time he finishes with the young man, it would have been 2 days. By the time it would have been 2 days. That one will, because I mean, we are asking about failure in prophecy, and you are talking
gone this way, that way.
Wow. Wow. Sir, I want to.
If he gives this answer to you, how much will he score over 100?
Yes, exactly. In fact, as if you were seeing my mind. As if you were seeing my mind. When we were doing management studies with British teachers. If there's a figure called minus 100 over 100.
Okay.
Because 0 would be too big a figure. Because you are not supposed to change the question.
This one changes though.
Yes, in order to answer it.
And he has blamed the followership.
Yeah. He has blamed the followership. He has blamed the system. He has blamed culture. He's probably blaming my great grandfather that I never saw.
Yes. That is, it is them that made the leaders that way. I hope that's not what he's saying. That people love to worship their pastors, and the pastors want crowd. So the thing he's saying is that whatever they say has nothing to do with God.
Yeah.
Because the last thing he said now is that the leaders, they want for a crowd or something. Let me just take it back.
Yeah, you are correct. No, you are correct.
To worship their leaders. So if you don't go with that culture, you may not have a large following. If you go countercultural, right, you will pay the price for it. Although eventually it will pay you because you will have authentic, true leadership.
So let's stay there for 1 second.
Right.
If you start a church in our culture, as it were, and you go the proper way, look, don't serve me, I'm not your God, I'm one of you. If you go that,
they will believe you are not anointed.
So, the question is that the idea, I think it's a good confession, sir. Good confession. Yeah. That they are actually deceiving. They are actually deceiving the people. That's exactly what he's saying now. I don't know whether you catch it, sir.
No, there's no other summary you can reach, sir. No other summary. That is why, generally speaking, I ask people listening to us that they should do themselves a favor by simply listening to these people. God has given each one brain. The brain was supposed to help you to run from evil. When evil is approaching you, they were to help you to appreciate good things when you see it, when you come near good things. If you pay no attention to your environment, when evil is coming, you will not run, you won't flee.
You will not know.
Yes. And when good is coming too, you will not appreciate it.
So the word that is in 1 Peter 5:8, be vigilant.
Yes. So if people become vigilant, sir, many of the Nigerian church leaders, sir, virtually all of them, most of them are not that difficult to unearth what they believe.
We have just listened to 3 minutes 40 minutes.
Yeah, about 4 minutes. Yes.
40 seconds.
Yes. Most of them
and in
are
those
not
3,
difficult.
And his answer is within 1 minute something. And in those answers, he has committed serious errors.
Series of errors.
First,
and not a single one of his answers could be located on the pages of the Bible.
No.
None of his answers could say, none of it he could say, oh yes, this is what Isaiah said about false teachers, about false prophets.
He has not
This
referred
was
to
what
anyone.
Moses wrote about false prophets. This was what Paul wrote about false prophets. But he's quoting monarchical system. The relationship between followers and leaders. As I said, it will be difficult for the young man to not to be lost.
Okay, because he has gone to another question. Because he didn't answer the first one.
Okay, let's see.
And the young man has gone to another question.
Oh, that's what it's
leadership. Sorry, let's stay there for 1 second. Right. If you start a church in our culture, as it were, and you go the proper way, look, don't serve me, I'm not your God, I'm one of you. If you go that, you know,
they will believe you are not anointed. The person that our people will respect or honor is the one that shows up, and you have 20 protocol officers coming with the person. Possibly the person even has mobile police people, the 2 mobile police people that walk into the service with the person. Amazingly, that's the person that people will believe has the anointing. That's the one they want to touch the person's clothes while the protocol person is pushing them away and they're falling down and all that. Sadly, because of the way culture works, it works, like I said, you won't be aware of it, but it will shape your values and be influencing your decisions. So
all these are related to why prophecies don't come to pass.
Sadly, no. What is just explaining away things to confuse the young man further than how he came. Yeah. Because the young man has gone from the original question.
Yeah.
Or maybe, sir, maybe he thinks that the original question is because the boy said people are leaving church because of this. Speak to it. And it's now telling us now about is this I don't know, is it influence or something? How influential you are that you are able to get policemen to help you. Let's run to it, sir.
Okay, sir.
Because there's no equality, the powerful are very powerful, the powerless are very powerless, right? So, rather than empower people to become also powerful, it pays you to keep them where they are while you dispense favors to them, because then you have a large following. What are the kind of messages we preach?
This is about this is about why prophecies don't come to pass.
It
is serious.
It's not answering your question. It's not saying what you want. All he's saying is that he's talking about their behavior because it's one of them.
Oh yes, I know it's one of them. I know it's one of them.
So he's now talking.
Repeating the question of the young man. I know the young man is lost.
You are the only one there. The man has moved away from it.
The young man is dazed. He's dazed. And he has forgotten the basis of their meeting, the reason why they are talking. And where they started from, he has forgotten that totally. No. That this is about false prophecy and false prophets. The church, people are leaving church because they are waking up to the fact that their leaders don't have or don't appear to have good contact with the God that they profess to represent. That is don't have anything to do.
See, the dummy answer he said, because yes, the boys asked him the second question. Does it mean that does it mean that you give the correct gospel, people will run away from you. And he affirmed that people will run away. Because they want to see their leader with power. They want to see the arrogancy of their leaders. That's what he's saying. That the leader must be arrogant. And then, you know, he has thrown a bone to the boy now. And the bone is thrown to the boy is that, oh, I'm not one of them. I'm good.
I see.
So that's why the boy was marveled at his answer. You know, he laughed. He marveled. Look, I'm better than them. Let's for the sake of everything, let's just go.
Okay.
Which runs contrary to even the Bible itself, right? But then you go to societies where there's equality, you see that those things are taken care of. It's the easiest thing, at least for you to get food to eat, and for you to get a roof over your head, right? People are empowered and they have a voice to hold leaders accountable. And so it's risky in Africa, therefore, for you to come out and say we're equal. Right? They will think something is wrong with you. As a church leader, they think you don't have anointing, you know, and all that. And then we flaunt wealth. Material.
Yes, what risk will it cause if he says that we are equally anointed? What risk is he talking about?
Actually, sir, to the glory of God, I'm exposed to most of these theories, and I discovered that people say them without knowing what they are talking about. According to him, there's some particular society somewhere where there's equality. Where is that society?
There is no society like that.
Where?
Even where I am here, there's no society like that.
You see, it's always good. It's always good that generally I don't like discussing sociology or political science or political history. The reason is because the Bible is, to me, the most important political education book in the whole world, because the Bible defines man the way man is. So the idea that where is the egalitarian society? Where is that one?
Yes, no.
In Saudi Arabia?
No.
In America?
No.
In America, where they worship money?
Even in Britain.
Even in Britain, that is highly stratified. Where unless you are from a night or from an hill or whatever you people call yourself there. If you don't have the blue blood of royalty, is it in Britain where the people who become prime ministers for the next 50 years, they are known because they had to attend the Oxford and Cambridge?
Well, yes, anyone, potentialities, anyone who attended that kind of thing, yeah, that's potentialities of being a prime minister.
Virtually every chief judge of Britain in the last 100 or so years had been product of those two universities alone. So where is that society? You see,
I think what he meant to say, sir, is to say that the life that people live abroad is a bit better than the one they live, It's not talking about the Bible at all. It's not talking about relationship with God. It's talking about the world.
Okay.
World.
Okay.
And that is his basis. His basis is not in the Bible. His basis, like you said, is sociology, social sciences. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And he only took a swipe at the Bible or at the Christianity that what most people are praying for in Nigeria. When you get to a place like this, you don't pray. When you are going somewhere, the road is good. You don't pray for a good road. You don't pray for this and that. That's what he's saying, that at least the list of them, you find something to eat. That's what he's trying to. I think he's not talking Bible at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, our people worship money because of the level of deprivation and poverty around. You want people to believe you're powerful, you're anointed, coming in your Rolls Royce, even if you've only paid long part payment in it, that you came out, or with some powerful dressing and clothing, you go contrary to those, which actually is what Christ did, and you would have to be patient, because eventually, if it's the truth you're building, it will set people free. You will get the results. So that was the part we had to take. Okay. So I say that to answer your question, that we have a big leadership scenario, but we must approach it also with empathy, because those powerful leaders are doing things the best way they know how to.
Okay.
The products.
So God is at first. He didn't give them enough knowledge. They are doing it the best way they can do it. Yeah. But he has forgotten. The question is, why are they lying on God? Why are they lying against God? So it's now God's. First of all, it is the followership. Secondly, it is now God, because he didn't give them enough knowledge. They didn't read the Bible, sir. The Bible does not contain the knowledge of God.
That would have warned them that you do not lie against God.
So that's what he's alluding to now. Let's go on.
The one mistake, though, that I see us making with that kind of a structure is that we don't allow the younger generation to speak soon enough. We don't value them. We practically obliterate them. We stay too long. We don't practice succession. We don't understand the power of succession. At some point, we disconnect from the younger generation because their needs are no longer your needs. Therefore, there is dissonance. Like the older generation in Africa right now is just not getting.
He has not answered the question. Why is
no? No. It's jumping from one sociological issue to another sociological issue to another sociological issue. But anything to do with what the Bible says about prophecy. No way.
He has quoted Bible.
Oh, I see.
That the truth shall set you free.
Disease, right? At all. These people who were practically born with phones in their hands or with technology, and so on. The older generation doesn't even understand that the people online are as powerful as the people they are looking at physically in their churches and so on. Let me give an example. So in this that we created a persona for our target, right? We call the male version the Lagos Andy, the female version Lagos Angie. And that helped us to focus, everything in this that is targeted at those persons. When we created that persona in 1999, I was within the age range. I was Lagos Andy. So you didn't need to tell me the needs of Lagos Angie. I attacked them with passion today, I am not Lagos and I am not Lagos and day at all. I left that level a long time ago. So the likelihood is, so it's taking me effort now and leadership. It's taking me having to listen to younger people to know what their needs are, to be sensitive to them and to address them. So I pointed out to our management team in this time.
If you want to listen more, but I don't think he's going to answer the question at all.
No. Actually, I lost interest. I lost interest about 5, 6, 7 minutes ago.